Turn it on.
Hello? Oh, I'm on. All right. Wow, I can feel it. Feel the love in this room. Wonderful. Anyway, a lot of you know me, Dorothy Seeger Morgan. I'm your host today. And so I just want to welcome everyone, first of all. We got a full house, so it's great to see all of you. Some of you I haven't seen in a while. Anyway, I wanted to tell you a little bit about the full moon ceremony that we're having on March 3rd. Well, it's at Granada Hills. But we have our very own Sherry Deeds.
My first talk.
Yeah, she's speaking, so come on out and support her. And Alberto,
And I,
who we just love. And who else? Did somebody say something else? So it'll be a really wonderful night. And
Yeah,
so
Nancy.
definitely come on out. Those full moon ceremonies are great to begin with, but when we have Sherry speaking, yay, and singing, and Alberto, who we just adore. All right, and our next slide. Oh, we haven't, I was going to say welcome to the Virch community, but I guess I'll save that. That comes up a little later. So the sound bath, we're having that March 6th, this coming Friday. And that is with Stacy Justice. And if you've been to any of our sound baths, you know how wonderful they are. So please come out on March 6th. And our next slide. Our Care Circle, March 8th, which that's next Sunday. We're having the Care Circle. So after church, and we have some great support there in caring for all the folks that want to join us. And our next slide, here it is. We are welcoming our Virch community. People streaming from all over the universe, I think big. And I want to do a special shout out, as we do every week, to our beloved Reverend Stephen, Stephen, we miss you so much, Reverend Stephen, and all of us here, and there's a huge group of us today, this morning, are sending you all of our love, heartfelt love, and healing prayers for 100% recovery very soon. All right, what else do we have today? Our vision and mission statement. Please repeat along with me. We're community, inclusive, loving, and authentic. We celebrate all paths to God in gratitude, empowering self and others. We serve compassionately through outreach, inspiration, and education. That's who we are. That's why we're here. And here's what we do. All right, Jon, our practitioner of the day.
So join me in an opening treatment. I recognize the one infinite presence, the divine intelligence that expresses itself as life, as love, as wisdom, unfolding across generations. This presence is the source of every noble vision, every healing idea, every image of wholeness that uplifts a nation and a world. It is the light that guides humanity forward, one awakened heart at a time. I know that we are one with this presence. The same spirit that has animated 98 years of wisdom, courage, and compassion in Dr. Sue is the very life breathing each of us now. There are no strangers in spirit, only expressions of the one. And while some of us may claim to be twins by different mothers, birthday too. That's it. Sharing the same birthday joy, in truth, we are all siblings in the divine family, born of the same infinite source. Today, as we gather for Image in a Nation, we affirm that the images we hold in consciousness shape the world we experience. We hold images of justice, unity, dignity, and love. We call them forth into form. Through wisdom seasoned by the time and hearts open to possibility, we participate in creating a world that reflects our highest spiritual ideals. The divine mind within us reveals a greater vision of our nation, one rooted in compassion, guided by understanding, and sustained by love. We give thanks for the gift of 98 years of living testimony through resilience and grace. We are grateful for Dr. Sue's presence, her voice, and the living example she offers. We are thankful for shared laughter, shared birthdays, and the sacred reminder that spirit keeps renewing itself in every season of life. And so we release this prayer into the creative law, knowing that the highest image for our nation and for each of us is already taking form. We trust the unfolding, we celebrate the light, and together we say,
And so it is. Please stand for our congregational song. One life living as you and me, one light shining as you and me, one love loving as you and me. God is all there is. One life living as you and me, one light shining as you and me, one love loving as you and me. God is all there is. I'm shining from the inside out. I'm so happy. I just want to shout. Woo! One life living as you and me, one light shining as you and me, one love loving as you and me. God is all there is. One life living as you and me, one light shining as you and me, one love loving as you and me. God is all there is. I'm shining from the inside out. I'm so happy. I just want to shout. Woo! One life living as you and me, one light shining as you and me, one love loving as you and me. God is all there is. One life living as you and me, one light shining as you and me, one love loving as you and me. God is all there is. One life, one light, one love. One life, one light, one love. One life, one light, one love. All right, all right. One life, one light, one love. One life, one light, one love. One life, one light, one love. We're all shining from the inside out. I'm so happy. I just want to shout. Woo! One life living as you and me, one light shining as you and me, one love loving as you and me. God is all there is. One life living as you and me, one light shining as you and me, one love loving as you and me. God is all there is. Woo!
All right, guys.
Thank you, kids.
Yes, thank you. Hello. It's not, yes, it is. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Cosmic Kids of all ages. This is Cindy Joy, your captain speaking. So, today we're going to talk about creating harmony with others. We've been talking a lot about our own feelings, our own personal feelings. Today we're going to talk about creating harmony with others. And I looked up the word harmony in the dictionary, and one of the definitions is a pleasing arrangement. A pleasing arrangement. It made me think of those bouquet of flowers you get from the store. They look so beautiful, all wrapped in their plastic. Until you, sorry, it's true. Anyway, until you cut open, once you cut open that plastic, I don't know what happens. All of a sudden, and you're trying to arrange them in a vase, and they're not looking so good anymore, you're like, all right, okay. However, if you take the time to figure out how the flowers can work together, can be arranged in a pleasant arrangement, then you will create harmony. So how do you create harmony in your bouquet of flowers? How do you create harmony in your family, with your friends? That's the question. How do we create harmony at home?
Being kind.
There you go.
Use love.
Great.
Tratty.
Being joyful.
Love these kids. It's time to blast off. Woo!
Glenn.
Time for our affirmation. I'll read it once and then I'll invite you to read it with me. I imagine a world of greater oneness, love, wisdom, and peace. I contribute by expressing more of who I want to be and what I want to see. The other. I imagine a world, greater oneness, love, wisdom, and peace. I contribute by expressing more of what I want to be and what I want to see. So my reading this morning, it's a little different. It's sort of a speech by Abraham Lincoln, but he never spoke this speech. It's true. This is the speech that Disney had when they had great moments with Mr. Lincoln at the New York World's Fair. And they took pieces of different speeches and put it together to create the speech that he spoke, that the animatronic of Lincoln spoke. And it was also at Disneyland for many years before they changed it. He didn't want him just to speak the Gettysburg Address. He wanted to be a little deeper than that. So here is the speech that Lincoln never spoke with his own words. The world has never had a good definition of the word liberty. The American people just now are much in want of one. We all declare for liberty, but in using the same word, we do not all mean the same thing. What constitutes the bulwark of our liberty and independence? It is not our frowning battlements, our bristling seacoasts. These are not our reliance against tyranny. Our reliance is in the love of liberty, which God has planted in our bosoms. Our defense is in the preservation of the spirit which prizes liberty as the heritage of all men in all lands, everywhere. Destroy this spirit, and you have planted the seeds of despotism around your own doors. At what point, then, do we expect the approach of danger? By what means do we fortify against it? Do we expect some transatlantic military giant to step the ocean and crush us at a blow? Never. All the armies of Europe, Asia, and Africa combined could not by force take a drink from the Ohio or make a track on the Blue Ridge in a trial of 1,000 years. At what point, then, is the approach of danger to be expected? I answer, if it ever reach us, it must spring from amongst us. It cannot come from abroad. If destruction be our lot, we ourselves must be the authors and finishers. As a nation of free men, we must live through all times or die by suicide. Let reverence for the law be breathed by every American mother to the lisping babe that prattles on her lap. Let it be taught in the schools, in the seminaries, and the colleges. Let it be written in primers, in spelling books and almanacs. Let it be preached from the pulpit, proclaimed in legislative halls, and enforced in courts of justice. And in short, let it become the political religion of the nation. And let the old and the young, the rich and the poor, the grave and the gay, of all sexes and tongues and colors and conditions, sacrifice unceasingly at its altar. And let us strive to deserve, as far as mortals may, the continued care of divine providence, trusting that in future national emergencies, you will not fail to provide us the instruments of safety and security. Neither let us be slandered from our duty by false accusations against us, nor frightened from it by menaces of destruction to the government or of dungeons to ourselves. Let us have faith that right makes fight, and in that faith, let us dare to do our duty as we understand it.
Thank you, Jon. But don't leave the stage so quickly. It's a very special, auspicious day. We have two big birthdays, Sue Rubin and Jon Newbill. So join us, please. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Jon and Sue. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, big day. Come on up, Harold. This morning, Harold Payne is our soloist.
Well, since it's a birthday, this is actually a song about age. Something I know a little bit about. People would ask me, I could see them wondering, how old is that guy anyway? So, and so this is where the song came from. Talking with a new friend, somebody I just met. We hit it off and things are going great. But in the conversation, I sense a hesitation. It's obvious they're curious about my age. It almost makes me laugh when I see them try to do the math. So I give the answer to the question. They're too polite to ask. I say I'm old enough to be grateful, young enough to be hopeful, smart enough to know I got a lot left to learn. Old enough for believing, young enough to keep dreaming, wise enough to know which bridges to cross, which ones to burn. I don't have all the answers to the things that really matter, but I know a little kindness goes a long, long way. Life is short and precious, and time can sometimes test us. So I do my best to treasure every day. When it's all said and done, it's not how many trips around the sun. What counts is how you live and love. And I'm old enough to be grateful, young enough to be hopeful, smart enough to know got a lot left to learn. Old enough for believing, young enough to keep dreaming, wise enough to know which bridges to cross, which ones to burn, which bridges to cross, which bridges to burn. It takes a while to learn, and I'm old enough to be grateful, young enough to be hopeful, smart enough to know I got a lot left to learn. Old enough for believing, young enough to keep dreaming, wise enough to know which bridges to cross. I'm old enough to be grateful, young enough to be hopeful, Thank you.
Harold Payne.
Time for the gap, the God awareness place. 3 minutes of silent meditation.
I am in the darkness. I am in the light. See me if you can. Everywhere I am.
Thank you, Sherry. I invite you to develop your own meditation practice. There are opportunities here on Monday, Thursday, and before service on Sunday. Thank you. Now it's Harold again.
Another song from Harold. Come on up. Standing on the shoulders, yeah.
By the way, that first song I wrote with Patricia Bahia and Joe Colucci, and this one I wrote with my bandmate, Clydine Jackson. shoulders of those who've gone before me. And I am following the footsteps of those who led the way. Got to say it again. Oh, I am standing on the shoulders of those who've gone before me. Standing on the shoulders, and I am following the footsteps of those who led the way. Those who led the way, like Jesus and Gandhi and Martin Luther King and Mother Teresa. They all had a dream when living and learning the love they left behind. The candle is still burning now, and we can help it shine. Yeah. I am standing on the shoulders of those who've gone before me. Standing on the shoulders, and I am following the footsteps of those who led the way. Those who led the way. Every time I stumble, every time I fall, I think of all their sacrifice, and our problems seem so small. Well, the dreams have been well paid, or the dues they all have paid. I hear their voices calling me to reach a higher place. Oh, I am standing on the shoulders of those who've gone before me. Yeah. Standing on the shoulders, and I am following the footsteps of those who led the way. Those who led the way have made us strong, and we will carry on. Yeah, 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 yeah. On the shoulders of those who've gone before me. Standing on the shoulders, and I am following the footsteps of those who led the way. Those who led the way. Yeah. Standing on the shoulders, walking in the footsteps. Standing on the shoulder, walking in the footsteps. And you, ooh, made us strong. And you have made us strong. Yeah, 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 yeah. I am standing on the shoulders of those who've gone before me. Yeah. Standing on the shoulders, and I following the footsteps of those who led the way. Got to break it down just a little bit. Those who led the way. I am standing on the shoulders of those who've gone before me. Standing on the shoulders, and I am following the footsteps of those who led the way. Those who led the way. Oh, I am standing on the shoulders of those who've gone before me. Standing on the shoulders, and I am following the footsteps of those who led the way. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Harold Payne. Yeah.
All right, Harold, you hit it out of the ballpark twice this morning. Thank you. So appropriate, those two songs for today. Oh, and I feel like I'm following in the footsteps of someone very special today.
Yeah.
It is a really special Sunday, and I'm so happy so many of you are here. And we're celebrating, as you all know, Dr. Sue Rubin's 98th birthday. And we are so honored she chose to spend part of her day with us as our featured speaker. Dr. Sue is a treasured minister, teacher, speaker in our CSL communities at large. And we're so happy, and I'm so honored to welcome her home today to CSL Simi. She's one of ours, and I have just a tiny bit more. And Dr. Sue, you continue to inspire us with your warmth, wisdom, and a sparkle that reminds us of what a life well lived looks like. And also showing us that spirit doesn't age, but is timeless and eternal. So please join me in warmly welcoming, our beloved Dr. Sue Rubin.
Thank you. Got it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And it's all true. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, the band. Okay, would you all please take a deep breath? Let it go. Another one, deep breath. Let it go. Another one, deep breath. Today is my peaceful day. Will you all say that with me? Today is my peaceful day. Thank you, Walk for Peacers.
Yeah.
Where to begin? First of all, I feel like I'm really living from where I started in this whole movement, other than Canada, because I'm seeing so many beautiful faces here from Westlake. And would you do me a favor and just stand up and show yourself? It used to be the sister church to the Westlake Church of Religious Science, Center for Spiritual Living, now known as Global Truth Center. With those of you who arrived here from there this morning, would you please stand up? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Eric Hodges, my former staff minister from the Westlake Church of Religious Science. Thank you. And someone who's probably hiding under the chair, last seat in the last row, because this is not her typical place to be, and I won't force her to stand up, but my daughter is here. Couldn't quite pull in my oldest son or my youngest, who has a good excuse. He is back east, experiencing a little bit colder temp than we are. So love you all, and so much to say where to begin, and how to tie it in to how my experience over these past few years have fit into the whole power and presence that we are sitting in as and expressing all of the time. And the thing that pops in my mind is with what is going on, because I demand of myself that I utilize the spiritual truth and practices that we have all gleaned for so long. I demand of myself that I apply them to today, not hide under that cover of pretending that everything is always, always, forever and eternally good. Yeah, it is at that universal level of mind, which doesn't have a single context in which to put anything other than love and law. That which points the way, the very impulse that starts us on our journey. And you know, or maybe you don't know, I was raised in a very middle-class Jewish family in the heart of Upper Midtown, New York City. Let's hear it for the Big Apple. And within that context, all I knew was what I saw around me with my family. We never talked politics, No one ever really asked me, so what do you want to be, sweetie, when you grow up? It was strictly business, and that I've often referred to. My dad was an accountant, so he was a check and balance guy. And my mother loved to play mahjong and to buy, at that time, what is called costume jewelry, which to my sad demise, and my daughter joined me, I got rid of all that beautiful stuff. And so my life was such that my older brother, he was 4 years older than myself, it was all a very outwardly directed, peripheral, materialistic view of life. Just what am I doing? Where am I going? If I'm going to college, which I did want to go, out of some deep thirst for knowledge, no, because my girlfriends were going. And so I wanted to be at NYU too. And so my father demanded if he were to pay for my education, it would have to be that the end point would be something I could utilize and make a living out of. At that time, nursing and teaching for women. That was about it. So I took elementary education as my major. And isn't it interesting how life goes on? And I'm still teaching the little kids. No, just kidding. I know that you are, as has been referred to, spiritually young and eternally that which God is. So the body follows the mind. And I know, and it came to me last night, I know why my privilege and my life had to reveal extended years, because I was a late starter. It was, is this woman ever going to wake up? Because I never discovered science of mind until the mid or early 70s. And not seriously, I was still church shopping at that point. And so when I finally perched, it was not a geographically desirable place. It was Glendale, and at the time I lived in Tarzana. And so that did not gel. And so from that point on, the journey continues. And yet to think outside of that which we have all been instructed to, and sometimes not favorably, is to truly find something that speaks to the part of us that will continue to challenge us and to demand that we go further than we have the day before, the moment before, each moment. And if not now, for God's sakes, when? We are called to address every chaotic, war, violence-filled, and within spiritual circles, what some of the files are revealing about some of our teachers and what to do with that. You know, how do I deal with the fact that I have put a certain teacher on that pedestal? No. We've seen and heard many stories about spiritual abuse. And so within that realm, I've got to be brought to a point of realizing the only teacher ultimately is myself, that inner wisdom, and yet I need those around me that speak to my heart and my soul as well as to the clarity of my mind. I need those to give me the pointers that, what do the pointers do? They take me back to me, to where I need to find that home space for all of us to wake up and find out late yesterday or early this morning that what? We are attacking another country? Yes, with all valid reasons, and the good thing that can come if we're not judging. The good thing that can come is, yeah, what if after 40 years of being under the heel of dictatorship and cruelty and violence, what if Iran suddenly becomes peaceful, a democracy? Can I not allow for that? Yes, I can, but only if I find that my journey must take me deeper into the inner world, rather than allow me to get entangled in the outer world. That is the message. Gandhi said it so long ago. We will never, never, ever achieve peace by using the same physical force and violence that we're seeing evidence. It must be soul power. It must be that which abides within the very fabric of our being. It must be that which speaks to something that says, I can do better. And if I can do better, everyone can do better. There's an old statement from the Tao, and it says this, many of you may remember it, and it says, if there is to be peace in the world, if there is to be peace in the nations, if there is to be peace in the cities, if there is to be peace in the neighbors, if there is to be peace between neighbors, if there is to be peace in the home, if there is to be peace in the heart, it must begin with our knowing there is already peace in the heart. That was from Lao Tzu, the founder of Taoism. So it's got to begin with us. I got to feel it in here. I have to embody it to such a degree that whether I'm out protesting, whether I'm calling and leaving messages for both political parties, get together, come together. A little young Kumba wouldn't hurt anybody. And so with that impulse, I'll do what is mine to do. I remember the last 2 elections over, Sherry and I were politically involved, helping on the phones, making calls. We've come a long way, baby, wouldn't you say? And I remember the day she and my daughter and another singer from Westlake, Lee Blakely, they would sing. They would do their music at Westlake. You should all come up here for a moment and just stand and start talking. And you'll get the feeling of what I'm feeling today. It's like, I want to go here. No, I want to go there. And mine says, how about you just stay home? Right here, right now, right inside. Let's just stay home. And so if indeed this world is going to take on different shades and tones and textures, then it's got to begin right here, right now. So I was thinking of imagination. And you know how when you want to be very cutesy, and I'm thinking, what is that? Image in a nation. I thought it would all figure out imagination. But then today I was fiddling around, and I said, how about image one nation? Image a nation. And you'll see it all. But the power of imagination truly is where it all starts. So after this somewhat model, middle class, home, family, friends, they all took on, after all, those birds of a feather, they all flocked together one way or another. And so something happened when my dad's, one of his sisters passed away, and she happened to have been a Christian Scientist way back in the day. And we would all join in the eye-rolling, uh-oh, here comes Aunt Molly, with the pamphlets and the Science and Health by Mary Baker Eddy. And who knew that X amount of years later, that's where Ernest Holmes picked up his ideas, that there is one intelligence, one life, one mind, and the same mind that creates so-called dissatisfaction in our world is the same one that can recreate something that is more in the image and likeness of the spiritual truth of who I am. And so with that, I said, oh, poor Aunt Molly, she never had a family and didn't look like she had any money. Well, lo and behold, Aunt Molly left $10,000 to myself and my 2 other cousins. And I thought, oh, practicality somewhere flew out the window, because I had just started Science of Mind and was finally being led to an instantaneous way that we can tap into something bigger. And I said, I know what I'm doing. My 2 older kids were out on their own, and I looked at my 10-year-old and I said, we're blowing the bundle. We're going to Europe. And so I dragged this child through every museum and every church that you can imagine, but all of that was part of a picture of, if I can do something as illogical as that, I can do anything. that fits in with this something of a divine prototype, a divine ideal for all that I can be and continue to be. That's why your song, Harold. You know, there's so much I know that I don't know, and there's so much I just don't know that I want to know. And that's my purpose, to continue to discover why I'm here. Because why I am here is to continue to reflect the infinite and in ways that positively create to a world that does work for everyone. And so, you know, the vision of the Centers for Spiritual Living came originally from that concept, contributing to a world that works for everyone after awakening to the magnificence of our spiritual being. And yet to reconcile that without the anger and the separation. And when I went to Canada, that was the other time that coincided by now with having studied the science of mind and determined that I wanted to do this. This is my life. My family is my love. My life is loving something that takes me into a place where now that my kids are on their own and have their own lives, I looked ahead to that time when I want it to be fulfilled and to be utilizing what I so firmly am convinced of and so deeply appreciate and love. And that is bringing the science of mind into the heart. I've often thought that really we're not using prayer strictly to alter the mind and the beliefs that it has accumulated. We're really using the mind of the heart, because science today tells us that that heart of ours has an intelligence. And that intelligence is, I feel, what is the telling motivator for things being uprooted that aren't working anymore. And that's what we're seeing. I know that all of this that is hurtful to some and others causing great happiness and greater fulfillment, all of it. I know that whatever it is, that divine intelligence does not discriminate that, oh, it's good for some and not so good for others. It only knows a bigger picture that we at the moment still don't have the human capacity to see. And that is that there is one life, one perfection, one wholeness, one harmony, one grace and goodness. It is what I choose to call God, the Tao, Buddha nature, Emmanuel, Muhammad, all of it. Put it all together, and what do you have is a deep thirst for freedom. So when I went to Canada, and there was only one New Thought place, and that was in Calgary, and that, if many of you may remember, that was where Dr. Arlene Bump was holding forth. And the center that I took on as the first minister had been an independent New Thought center. And it was quite the amazing challenge because nobody knew about this technology called the science of mind. It hadn't been focused on. And I always felt like this is really a blessing because I get to stay one step ahead of everyone else. And from that moment, there has been a constant opportunity to continue to do the work. After 10 years in Edmonton, coming back, and what's sitting waiting for me? The Westlake Church for Religious Science. And one person, I won't be specific, caught me. After I came back from Edmonton, I did several months of interim ministry in Honolulu. So after freezing and walking like I couldn't even, I had so many clothes on, in the winters of Edmonton, because if you don't know, the next step up from Edmonton is Northwest Territories and Alaska. So you get a feel of the temp. So after that, I'm like, you know, huluing on the beach, and this is nice. I get to strip down, metaphorically speaking. And so life continues to reveal exactly what it is I need to learn. And you do too, because if we're all one, we may look different and have different preferences and lifestyles, but the bottom line is we're all cut from the same cloth. Something of one origin, of one intelligence, of one perfect love has designed that there be many. And in that many, there will be differences. You will see things one way, I will see things another way. My birthday twin may see things a little differently than I, but you're not even half as old. What are you, 50 years old, you baby you? So we are joined together. My time with you, it's so interesting, isn't it, Terry, how often I have been here on my birthday, never actually on my birthday, but there's a kinship, there's a connection, there's a camaraderie, there's a consistency. And what we do is we see each other somewhere behind the veils. We see each other as what and who we really are. So I have no contact with time other than a big clock facing me. But here's what I want to say. I want to say if we take life on its human terms, then I will consider 98. Holy mackerel, I better be shuffling a bit. Or I better be sure I let everyone know each and every ache and pain. And of course there are aches and pains, all of which come mentally and emotionally into a physical form, whether we like it or not. The principle is still the principle, that everything you and I see here, whether it reflects the radiant light of peace or the darkness that we are now experiencing, it's all a gel, a human coagulation and collection of everything of fear, of anger, of resistance, of anxiety, of apprehension, of focusing. You know, the thing about the walk for peace, any of you follow the walk for peace? The amazing thing that touched my heart and my soul so deeply, and that of so many who, like, whether you were a Christian, a Jew, or a Muslim, you fell to your knees. You saw purity. You saw what it could really be when someone could look so directly into one place in here and name it peace, name it love, name it generosity of spirit, name it wisdom, name it, you know, there was a wonderful teacher, Helen Street, she was from Honolulu, and then went to Glendale for a brief time before she passed away. But she used to call it Big Daddy in the sky. You know, whatever brings you to something that you want to talk about, but you're being informed from a higher level, a more loving, compassionate, kind level that these beautiful, beautiful monks talked about. You saw it. You saw how an ambulance could arrive at their resting place, and he would stand there, Biddu Panakara, and he would say, there you go, you know, your attention already. You got to be where the action is out here, when all the time the real action is taking place right inside. Go, take a few breaths with me, and know today is my peaceful day. See, Science of Mind still has a harder grip on me, because when someone says today will be, I go, no, it's now. It's not going to be. There is no going to be. There is only here and now. What has already been is history. What is the future hasn't occurred. But what I know now is I'm alive and I'm with you. And that's the food, the nourishment that takes me where I go tomorrow and tonight when I'm with my beloved family. It's the energy that feeds the engine of life, and a life that says, hey guys, it's going to get so bad, because it's calling you to see how good it can be, because that's the way we individually and collectively have designed it. So that's what I know. I know life is an extraordinary, a fantastic, amazing experience. And I've seen loss, and I've seen accidents, of which there are no such thing. It's all a deliberate unfolding activity that I must see what's in my heart. That's what I see in my life, in my family, in my city, in my state, in my nation, and in the world. So see it pretty. Name it. Beautiful, that affirmation that was up. I want to be who I am capably, infinitively able to be, and I want to be able to see that in every person, place, thing, and situation. So that
Time
being
for our
said, here we go.
When I pray, I see my heart go deeper. My heart goes deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper. My heart goes deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray.
And so I go within to that sacred space where the heart of love pulsates everlastingly by means of me, always pointing the way where I can be of greater service to the divine self God is, I am, and taking that ideal and embodying it with every fiber and ounce of my being. I take that heart of love, that heart of life, that heart of light, and I express it in the world around me with the people, the places, the things, the family, the city, the state, the nation, the neighbor. All that is happening is a reflection of a collective picture that has forgotten to turn on the light, and I am the great rememberer. I turn on the light of divine consciousness, which is the very heart of who and what I am, all are, everything is.
When I pray, I feel my soul go deeper. My soul goes deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my soul go deeper. My soul goes deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray.
Ah, yes, that very soul of my being is the creative medium into which my thoughts, my deepest feelings, emotions, and belief systems are potted in that soil of infinite possibility. And it is up to me to keep that fertile soil in a healthy state, in a healthy environment from within me and all around me, so that the soul creates out of this seedling that which looks peaceful and harmonious and reflects a unified state of one nation indivisible throughout all of this planet and universe that is dedicated to living and practicing its own nature through and by means of all of its creation. And so the heart and the soul come together. The thought says, I know God is, peace is, love is, truth is, harmony, balance, order, intelligence, creativity, spontaneity, joy, all is that which my soul accepts and receives as part of the creative process, bringing forth a new heaven and a new earth.
When I pray, I feel my love go deeper. My love goes deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my love go deeper. My love goes deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray.
And so that's my truth. That's my perfection of being. That is the strong, the happy, the healthy, the whole, that which is forever poised for the next great adventure of creative self-expression, for that which makes a unique contribution to the entire family of the earth by means of my singular ingenuity, creativity, imagination, the image that I conjure up out of this beauty and light of this blue planet that has so often been described. From those watching above, well, I'm watching above too, from the consciousness of a higher order of being, from that which I choose to believe as God. It's simply that which is, all that can ever be, peace on earth, goodwill toward all, the capacity to extend compassion, loving kindness, patience, and the great discipleship to follow that one mind. There's a quotation in Scripture that says, "Thou shalt keep them in perfect peace, whose minds are stayed on thee, O Lord." O God, O Spirit, O truth, O love, O joy, O peace. That which I am calls me to be attentive and mindful of that which it is, not just occasionally when I feel like it, but upon rising first thing in the morning and the last thing at night, when I am gratefully acknowledging and accepting the good and very good day it's been, no matter what temporary circumstantial conditions will point me to one perception. I choose to look within and be pointed toward the oneness of God, the love of God, the soul, the heart, the mind, the very spirit of that which lives within us all as God, designed for good, for heaven on earth, for a brave new world, and for all things possible. And so it is. Thank you.
Sue? Hey, Sue, you want to read your affirmation for us before we move on? It's right behind you. Straight ahead, affirmation. Give it a read.
Oh, okay. Oh, I even wrote it. Okay. So, together with depth and feeling and joy, I imagine a world of greater oneness, love, wisdom, and peace. I contribute by expressing more of who I want to be and what I want to see. And that's the way it really is. Okay, who's up?
Sing with me. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am divinity defined. I am God on the inside. I am a star, a piece of it all. I am light. 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 I am light.
I have no words. Sue, thank you. Thank you so much for gracing us with your wisdom,
Yeah.
humor, your love.
Thank you. Thank you.
We
Thank you.
are blessed, and we so appreciate who you are and your being and what you bring to all of us. It's deep and clear. Thank you.
Welcome.
And I did love the story about the $10,000 in Europe. You're a girl after my own heart. All right, let's see. What is next? Way to support our spiritual center. I think you all know this. I don't have to go through it and read it, but we appreciate all of your donations. And I just want to say a few words. We have a building fund going on. If you've noticed, we got a few things happening in our center. And we're going to be having several activities to raise money for the building. And we're hoping to replace this carpet at some point. So if anyone is interested in contributing to that, we would really appreciate it. And, so thank you for that. And here is our Simi Valley affirmation of abundance. So if you'll repeat with me, divine love is doing its perfect work here and now. Divine love harmonizes. Divine love adjusts. Divine love prospers. Divine love foresees everything and richly provides every good thing for the world, Center for Spiritual Living Simi Valley, and me now. Divine love prevails. All right, and the ushers are coming forward, and they will be passing the basket. So we ask you to give from your heart. And here's a list of all of the wonderful events that we have going on here at the center.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Oh, that's early. It's spring. Okay. We can do outside if it's not too hot. You decide.
What I see in these baskets is energy. Energy that helps bring peace into form. And so it is.
So it is.
Okay, we have one last, it's a very special song from Harold Payne.
Some people will have it on the right side, some people have it on the left side. Well, in honor of this very special occasion, this wonderful soul over there gave me some information about our guest of honor. And so I created something here,
Uh-oh.
which I hope will be... There's a lot of words, so I'll try to get them in here. This is a woman we need to celebrate. After all, how many people are this vibrant at 58? Let alone 98. Maybe it's the daily Starbucks and her go-to chai tea, or her Truth Tidbits website and lessons about the people there she meets. Or maybe it's raising 3 children and 5 grandchildren and wisdom, love, and grace. Or competing in ballroom dancing in her 80s with that big old smile on her face. Maybe it's cruising and traveling in places where she'd never been as a minister, like Edmonton, Westlake Village in Hawaii. She's definitely not shy or demure. She comes by it honestly. Her uncle was a well-known rabbi, and getting in front of a congregation is something she never passed by. Maybe it's the fact that she's never been rising before 10, that every conversation has to end with a treatment, and so it is. Amen. When she gets antsy and impatient, her feet just start tapping. That's when she's got to do something and make something start happening. Dr. Sue, Dr. Sue, there's a whole lot of things that we've all learned from you. And we're all here to help you celebrate. You're amazing, trailblazing, hell-raising, 98. Hit by a car at 94 while crossing the street. She made a full recovery from her broken hip and back up on her feet. Staying strong and vital. That's why she's still around. Don't seem like nothing's ever gonna take this woman down.
No.
You probably hear her say, principle is not bound by precedent. God is, I am, and loving blessings galore. With a conviction and presence like you never heard before. And maybe she doesn't cook, but everything else she's a whiz. And that's the way it really is. Oh, Dr. Sue, Dr. Sue, there's a whole lot that we've all learned from you. And we're all here to help you celebrate. You're amazing, trailblazing, hell-raising, 98. In heaven is just gonna have to wait.
My daughter and Sandy and Sherry had to communicate. I demand a recount. Thank you. Love, 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 love. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, my God. So go do something for an encore. That's what I'm going to do. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Oh, my. I have no words.
I love
What
the-
a day. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you, Dr. Sue. Oh, my. Well, there are a lot of folks that I am going to thank today for this wonderful service. Our service lead today is Kathy Burt. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to ask for you to hold your applause till we've gotten through everyone. I always forget that. Service team,
No.
Terry Gamson and Linda Romano. And outdoor signs, Ron Young and John McCloskey. Live stream, we have Greg Seymour up in the booth. Slide operator, Dominique Beltran. Good to see you, Dominique.
Oh, come on.
And your lovely mother. Cosmic Kids, Cindy Joy and Tracy Carboni.
Yay.
Office will be Greg Schaefer today. Greg Schaefer. And Fellowship, John McCloskey. The Soul Purpose Band, you guys were hotter than ever. Sherry Deeds, Steve Fowler, Bob Townley, and Randy Jones. And I cannot forget our board president, Cheryl Robinson Collins. Thank you for being our backup singer today. Cleaning crew, Kathy Burt and Gloria Binder and Regina Rose this week. Special guest, our beloved Reverend Sue Rubin. And your service host, Dorothy Seeger Morgan. And I'm a Pisces too, and very proud of it. Bake sale contributors and customers. Who contributed our bake sale today? Jan Daly and Kathy Burt. Anyone else I'm missing? Oh, and Reverend Stephen did? Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Well, we thank all of the folks that brought things. And Jon Newbill, I've got you down here. Oh, no, you're our practitioner. I'm not going to say you yet. Oh, I guess I get to, I'm going to promote the slides. Then I'll thank you after. So we have some slides. Dominique. Peaceful, easy evening. We're hoping you all come out for that. It's with the Damley Trio, March 14th, coming up. And all the funds are going to the building fund. Tickets are $25 pre-sale, $30 at the door. So come on out and have a good time. There'll be great fellowship before and after, so get there, early, 6:30. I think the concert will start probably around 7. So you'll have a little chance to mingle, which I know you guys all love to mingle. And what else can I say about that? That's it. Okay. Mindfulness, techniques, and fun practices. Ooh, I'm looking forward to this one. It's a workshop with our own Reverend Nancy Fuller. We all love you, Nancy. And it's March 15th from 1 to 2:30 p.m. after service. That's a Sunday, isn't it? Next Sunday. So, or 2 Sundays. So come on out for that. $20 suggested donation, but we won't turn you away. And now I get to thank our practitioner of the day, Jon Newbill, who is another Pisces. So thank you, Jon, and take it away.
I'll be loitering over there by the door. For anybody who wants a 1-minute miracle treatment. And if you don't have time for that, there's the prayer box. Put it in there, and it gets sent to all our practitioners. And we pray the whole week for you. Thank you.
Thank you. We have our last, there we go, affirmation. And then we'll stand and sing our final song.
Heather.
In the heart of God, my life is anchored in truth. I can never be separate. I live in the consciousness of peace. I release all fear. I am living love. Stand with me and sing this final song. Am I strong enough to bear the burdens that sometimes come from living this thing called life? Am I wise enough to make the right decisions when I'm standing at the fork in the road? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone and there's nothing that I can do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its meaning. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its meaning. I need to do to take care of myself.